So today I'm here at Black Canyon at the Gunnison National Park. This is the Black Canyon. You have these gorgeous rock walls, sheer cliffs. And today I'm going to be hiking to the bottom and sleeping down by the river. So this is where we're going to be exploring today. We're going to hike all the way down to the river, and I'm pretty sure the campsite that I'm going for is right down by these juniper trees, right by the shoreline, right? Yeah. So we're going to be sleeping right there. You see it? Right there. Right there. So this is the Painted Wall. It's the tallest cliff in Colorado. Black Canyon is the steepest, narrowest canyon in the United States. There are parts of it that are 40 feet across at the base, which is crazy. And then it's 2 billion years old, which is amazing, the rock at least. So the black rock is gneiss, and then you've got pegmatite intrusions, and it's just, it's beautiful. I mean, it's twice the height of the Empire State Building. So going down is going to be a nice trip, but coming up is going to be very fun. So last year there was a really bad wildfire due to a lightning strike. And so one of the 3 routes down to the river has been closed, and 2 of the 3 campgrounds on the South Rim, which is where basically all the facilities for the national park are closed. So that's where I'm going down. Kind of crazy. We only have 1.5 miles left to go, and I haven't even really started to descend into the canyon yet. I'm feeling pretty good. I've already done 200 feet of elevation just to get to this point, and that did make my legs tired. So I got to do 10 times that tomorrow on the way up. So I'm just hoping that taking breaks and pacing myself and stuff, it'll be fine. But again, with pretty much all things, until you do it, you don't know that you can do it. So doesn't come across on camera. That's pretty steep, but it's so pretty. Nice little meadow. I like it. No, yeah, that makes sense. That's a trail. That makes sense. Oh my gosh. I just fell 4 times on that section. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it might be crazy, but I feel like going up is actually going to be easier because I can use my hand more. And that's also just the direction that's easier to go from this slope. It's easier to use your toes than your heels to balance and go up this crazy elevation, at least for me. So besides it being very taxing on my legs going up, I feel like mechanically it will be easier. So I think I'm just going to go for it. Delicious. Delicious. Ooh, that's where we're going. So it's a lot of using both hands, going backwards, and just doing this. So it's really hard to record while I'm going down, because that takes one of my hands. I just realized I didn't pack my clothes. I brought a base layer and a pair of pants, because this is technically bear country, so you're not supposed to sleep in the clothes that you cook in. So, how the heck did he get down here? I found a way to ice my ankle. It is very cold. The water is beautiful. So this is my site for the night. It's right by the river. It's gorgeous. It's got a beautiful rock chair for reading. And it's also by these two really old juniper trees. There's really no way to date them without cutting them down, and obviously we don't want to do that. But a lot of trees in this canyon are 600 to 800 years old. So these are probably, you know, in that ballpark. These are massive, massive juniper trees. So what better ancient thing to shade my campsite? I spy a little friend. Wait, there's a snake under my boot. Totally nailed it, totally got it. What a cutie. I just love these swirly boulders. Like, look at this rock. So cool. I present for your consideration stone. It's perfect. So I forgot to record me making dinner, but I've just been reading a lot of Ender's Game over the last few hours. And then I made a little chicken ramen mashed potato thing that's really yummy. So I'm really just enjoying the view. It's just gorgeous. So I've gone through like 4 different kind of pegs for my tent. The ones that came with it were like just these really bad metal things with like a loop, and they bent really easily. Then I got some plastic ones because I thought, again, lightweight was something, and they just broke really easily and they still bent. Then I got these red ones. And I liked the red ones because they're super lightweight and they've kind of got a triangle thing and it's nice. And one of them's bent a little bit, but they seem to be pretty sturdy. But by far, shout outs to Sea to Summit, because these are just like a slightly upgraded version of this. They're about the same weight, even though they're a little taller. And they've got a much nicer pull cord, which is really nice for pulling them out. And there's these little slots that you can get the tent hooked on so that it doesn't just slide over the top. So it really just seems like a very designed object, which I really enjoy, because this is just like, I don't know, there's just a little more thought into this. But yeah, also my feet are crazy because there's really bad ticks here. So it's not a fashion statement. Lightweight is a mindset. So I just cut this toothbrush, and it's like, it's a pain in the butt to brush my teeth with it, but like you only do it once a day for a few minutes, so it's really not too bad for the discomfort. Now, how much weight did this save? No idea. Is it worth it? Maybe. So this is where I cooked dinner. It's kind of up on this rock berm with the river over there, and then kind of this wash over here. So one of my favorite things about where to put the bear vault is, like, I wouldn't want to put it here because if an animal like a bear comes and plays with it, they can push it in the water and then I won't have it. Or like, you wouldn't want to put it near a cliff or something. So I'm gonna go find a nice little spot where it's going to be hard to push it around into a lot of places. But I just think it's fun to just imagine an animal just playing with my food, and it's just a fun thought experiment to be like, where would be a good spot for a bear to paw this around? I don't know if my camera's picking it up, but the water here looks so cool with this light. So this is probably my favorite piece of backpacking unnecessary weight. It's just a journal that I write in every single time I'm in the backcountry, and it's waterproof, and I can just use normal lead on it, and it's safe, and it's just a really nice ritual at the end of the day and a way to kind of record the memories, because I'm normally not using my phone nearly this much. Good morning. I slept okay for backcountry. I only had one dream that a bear was attacking me, which is pretty good. But no, gorgeous temperatures. I didn't really see any stars. There was a lot of cloud cover. Okay, now it's time for one of the most difficult parts of my day, getting the bear can off. Thankfully, my fingers aren't too cold. When my fingers are cold, it's just so much harder. So let's see how this goes. Hole, we got one of them down. There's two little things on it. Yay! I'm getting better at that. I made coffee. It's actually yummy. God, this tree's gorgeous. Oh, this is so cool. I came back to my camp after filtering some water. Somebody got into my peanuts. Definitely feels heavier today. It shouldn't be the case because I drank and I ate so much food. It's still kind of crazy to me. Like that's where we're going up. That's the trail. Like you can literally see it. I don't know. It's steep. So this is fun. You can't really see it, but I just like climbed up a near vertical rock cliff, like actually did some rock climbing. But the trail was over here. So we found it, yippee. So it's been 1,000 feet of elevation and I'm definitely feeling fine. I'm needing to take breaks every 200-300 feet. But they're not too long of breaks. So I'm definitely glad I made the decision yesterday to keep going, because I'll definitely be able to make it to the top in pretty decent time too. I'm just gonna eat an entire bag of salami and it's gonna be amazing. I did also get some cheese. So with harder cheeses, you don't need to refrigerate them for as long. This is feeling a little soft. It's Gouda. So I'm not 100% this is good because there's also not a wax seal around it. But this was the best I could find at the Walmart or whatever. And then I have some tortillas that I'm going to put them in. So it's going to be pretty yummy lunch. So I just hiked up a bit with a guy that has been doing this trail for 30 years. And he said that he was going to take a break at the halfway point, which we just passed. So halfway up the really steep uphill section. So that's halfway done. I feel pretty good for it. But I asked him if it got easier doing the same trail multiple times, and this trail specifically, just because it's so steep. And he said you just learn to carry less. And like he doesn't even use toothpaste anymore. He said he just uses river water, which, good for you, man. I asked him what his base weight was, and he said, I don't know. And that's a correct answer. A lot of people care really specifically about how much their total pack weighs and cutting down weight as much as they can. Care what you want. Don't care what you don't want. Great vibes. And then he asked me if I wanted to pack a bowl with him, and I said, no, thanks. Something I'm noticing kind of for the first time going up this with a heavy pack is just how much footwork really matters. Like, it is worth taking the extra few seconds to be sure you're putting your feet in the best possible spots with the most grip, you know, not in an angle or anything, and not slipping like that, you know, like you wouldn't want to slip on these loose rocks just because that causes you to have to reposition your feet, catch yourself. And there's just so much extra work that has to happen with bad footing that it is really worth the energy. I just didn't realize how much energy it saved me by having the best possible footwork. I'm still not over these rocks. Love a canyon. All right, the trail no longer going this way, but going this way means that we are done with the really bad, really steep uphill section. It's so funny going up now. This incline, not even making me sweat. Nothing, easy. So that's where I stayed at 2 nights ago. And if I had a really late day today, that's where I was gonna sleep again, by that big mound. But instead, I think I'm gonna drive an extra few hours and sleep in those mountains. It's like an hour and a half from here, so should be pretty. One of my favorite things about the backcountry is the camaraderie of all the people going up and down and just like on the trail. Like, I've had 3 conversations so far with people going down asking about like how the fishing is, if a certain site's open or not, and, you know, asking just all those kinds of questions. And I just love that there's like a trail communication of, you know, some information, like if the fishing's good or not. I didn't fish, but I've been passing on information that I got from people that were down there going up when I was going down. And it's just fun how it's just like a game of telephone of the local news of the trail, and everyone's just super friendly. All right, I'm done. It took me 5 hours to get up, which pretty good pace, much better than I was expecting. Honestly, going up was so much easier than going down, physically at least. I had to take rests a few times, but that's just because I'm out of shape. Or on the way down, it was just like my entire anatomy was inadequate. But I'll see you at McDonald's for a McFlurry.